In the entire 9 years of my school life, I never stepped on stage. And in my college life, I always struggled with confidence and anxiety issue. I was the most insecure and shy kid in my entire school. And these two words were missing from my dictionary: self esteem and self confidence. Today, I coach people on public speaking. My content on social media has reached to 5 million people. I hold multiple awards like Best Student, Best Presenter. I have trained hundreds of students in a single online workshop, and I was able to feature and interview 18 high profile individuals on my own YouTube podcast, which is successful. And guys, all of this, literally all of this happened when I realized these three pillars of confidence, the three P's of confidence, which helped me to build unlimited amount of confidence. And that is exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video today. And the pillar number 3 has personally helped me to start and grow my YouTube channel and gain 2 million content reach, impacting lakhs of students. So all of this knowledge is coming from someone who has struggled a lot with confidence, who had an extremely poor self-esteem in past. So make sure you watch the video till the very end. Now, before I talk about the 3 P's of confidence, I want you to understand the meaning of self confidence, the real essence of self confidence. Let's break down this word self confidence. If you look at it from my perspective, self is you and confidence is trust, which means trusting yourself, trusting your abilities. So when it comes to building unshakable confidence, it's really important that what is your relationship with your abilities. You can never become confident if you don't trust your abilities, if you don't trust yourself. And if you want to learn how to build trust on yourself, you need to understand these 3 pillars of confidence. Let's talk about them. The first one is, in this, I want you to imagine a scenario where on the first day of the year, you make a commitment, you make a promise to yourself that you will follow the gym routine consistently throughout the year. So in the first month, you follow it for the first week, then in the second week, you follow your routine, but then you skip the entire month. In the next month, you do the same. You go to the gym, you follow your routine, you follow your diet in the first week, you follow it in the second week when the motivation is high, but when you lose motivation, you skip the gym, you skip the entire workout. Now tell me, what do you think? How confident will you feel to go to the gym the next time? How much confidence will you have? This is what happens when you make commitments, when you make a promise to yourself and break it. When you make a promise to yourself and break it frequently, you start losing confidence. You start losing trust on yourself. Because when you break promises frequently, you are basically telling your subconscious mind that I set this big goal, I have these big ambitions in my mind, but when it comes to taking action, when it comes to execution, I don't really work on it. And then you start losing trust on yourself. You start losing confidence on yourself. This is what happens when you break promises. But if you want to build confidence, if you want to build self-confidence, you do exactly opposite of it. You make commitments, you keep a realistic goal, and you win on it. And when you win, you are basically telling your subconscious mind that I have the ability to set big goals as well as to take actions on it. I am someone who believes in execution, not just in planning. So, the first pillar is promise. Keeping promise to yourself and being honest with it. Making commitments and working on it. Because when you achieve these small wins, when you achieve these small milestones, you are basically programming your subconscious mind for success. This is how you build self-confidence gradually, step by step, when you complete every promise that you have made with yourself. right? So this is the first pillar that you need to understand. Promise, keeping promise to yourself and completing it and being honest with that promise. Let's talk about the second P. Imagine that there is a stadium full of 3,000 people, and I come and tell you to go on stage and play the guitar. But the side note here is you have never picked a guitar in your entire life. You don't know how to play the guitar. What will happen? You will go nervous. You will feel lack of confidence. You will fail. It will be a terrible performance. Why? Because you don't have any proof of work. You have not done that in the past. You have never played a guitar in front of a single person, right? What do you think? How confident will you feel in front of 3,000 people? Zero confidence, right? But imagine that you know how to play the guitar. In past, you have performed on stage multiple times in front of thousands of people, and you know exactly what you are going to play on the stage right now. What do you think now? How much confidence will you have? Obviously, much better, 10x better than the first scenario. Why? Because now you have a proof of work. You know the path. It is not unknown to you, it is not uncomfortable to you. So, when you have a strong, solid proof of work, you basically have familiarity. You basically have a familiarity with that task. You know what exactly that task is, and that gives you confidence. So, if you want to become confidence, so if you want to build confidence, start collecting proof of work. Start building a track record of your work, and that track record will give you confidence to take higher actions in future. So more the proof of work you build, the more you strengthen your self-esteem, which builds unshakable confidence. Let's move on to the third P. And this P is perspective. Perspective about yourself. And this has personally helped me a lot in starting and growing my YouTube channel. So if you look at my first YouTube video, it is terrible. So when I made my first YouTube video, I didn't have a perfect script. I didn't have a perfect body language. I didn't have a perfect confident voice. I was nervous. I was not confident. I was not feeling confident from inside. But even after that, I made a video, published it, and 400 people saw that video. So what allowed me to take action was my perspective about myself. In past, I knew I am not the best. I knew I don't have the right skills. But if I got the right way and if I got some time to build, I can be the biggest one in the room. And this self-belief transformed everything. So the way you see yourself defines how confident will you feel from inside. If deep down you believe that you are not good enough, you are not worthy, you are not capable, you don't deserve success, no amount of practice and external validation will truly make you confident. It won't happen. So, what will transform your confidence is going to be your perspective about yourself, a self belief that I can do this. I can. These are the two words that changed my life, that completely changed my life. So, confidence is not just only about collecting proof of work, acquiring the right skill set. It is important, but it is also about having the right mindset, having the right perspective about yourself. So, if you tell yourself constantly that I'm not good enough, you will face the problem of self doubt. You will never become confident. But if you see yourself capable, worthy, who is constantly improving, that single belief will help you elevate your confidence. And how do you change your perspective about yourself? You do it by surrounding yourself with the positive influence. You surround yourself with the positive people. And let me tell you one more thing. You are not the average of 5 people you spend time with. You are the average of 5 YouTube channels that you follow. You are the average of 5 Instagram accounts that you follow. You are the average of 5 newsletters that you read every single week. If you want to transform your perspective, if you want to transform your mind, make sure you consume good quality content. What do you consume? What exactly are you looking? That will shape your belief. that will shape your behavior, your core values. So please be aware about this one thing. Today, parents don't teach students, they don't shape their behaviors, they don't build values. It's social media. Social media is doing everything. So it's really important whom you are listening to, right? So if you want to transform your perspective about yourself, make sure for the 1 year itself, every single day for 60 minutes, you listen to people you want to become like. If you want to become like Elon Musk, make sure you follow his Twitter account, make sure you follow his Instagram, make sure you follow his, I don't think that he has an Instagram account, but make sure you follow every single interview, every single video he's in, right? This will help you build a strong mindset. So to summarize everything, to build unshakable confidence, you need these three important pillars, the three P's of confidence. The first is promise, keeping promise to yourself, keeping commitments and fulfilling it, achieving those small wins and achievements and milestones, and gradually building trust in yourself. The second P is proof. The more you do something, the more comfortable you become with that task, the more familiar you get in that surrounding, right? So make sure you build a strong track record, a track record of your work, which will give you confidence. And number three is perspective about yourself. Make sure you consume content of people you want to become like. That's how you will transform your perspective about yourself. That's how you will transform your relationship with yourself and your abilities. And remember that confidence is not something that you're born with, it is something that you build, right? So start today. Make sure you take small step every single day. So keep a promise to yourself and be honest with it. Build a strong work proof and change the way you see yourself. That is how you build unshakable confidence. I hope this video made sense to you. Make sure you tell me in the comment section which pillar resonated with you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.